Hey guys, so have you ever had a problem with them pesky VFC AEG mags that like to get stuck halfway down? Well, let's fix it together. So first, we're going to start by removing this screw in the tail cap. Mine's already been loosened. You know, you'd think at $35 a piece that these guys would work the way they should, or that this would even be one piece and not clear, but H&K. Anyways, something I like to do when I do these, and I've done a few of them at this point, I like to use a Ranger band, or really you could use any other strong rubber band, and put it right in the center here. And that way you don't have to hold it so tight, because it'll, you know, I mean, once you have all the screws out, the spring won't want to fly out, because this is clamshelled like a gearbox. So, I've messed around inside here before and took the follower out, or the top of the follower. It's a 3-piece follower, and so I'm already missing 2 screws, but you will have 2 more screws. Now, you do have 2 different types of screws you have to worry about when you're doing these. You have long ones and you have short ones. And if you are going to be reinstalling all of your screws, unlike me, I just thought that this would relieve a little bit of pressure in the center and maybe not squeeze it together so much, but according to the internet, its results may vary with these mags. So your long screw locations are going to be right here, here, and here. These other locations of here, here, and here, and here are going to all be short screws. So these would be your 3 long screw spots. So try not to mess them up, because there's not enough thread pitching on the short screws, and you will probably go all the way through the mag. I mean, not that these mags really care. I've accidentally put long screws in the short spots and hoopla. But correct things, correct places, you know, all this stuff. Alright. It is a pain though. It is. There's just so many of them. Come on. Come on. These ones always kind of want to tip the mag over, especially once you have the rubber band on. Just a thing to think about. And one more for good measure. Now, as a warning, doing this modification that I am going to show you, if you're using the electric VFC Mp7 AEG still, you are going to lose the last PB cutoff feature. Things like this can still stay though. I don't know, they just keep the full profile of the mag. I like that still, even though it's, you know, useless now to it. So from here, we still have this little H piece on. I might have missed it because it's pretty good molded in there. But at this point, this is where we'll take the rubber band off and we're going to start death gripping this thing. So once we have it off, now for me, I've taken these guys apart before, so mine is going to be a lot looser than yours are. Yours is going to have glue behind it, so just be, you know, don't be scared of that. But I like to, it hangs out just a little bit right here, so we just give it a good little push, and it'll come right off. Use a pick, screwdriver, whatever, whatnot. Now this is where the fun part begins. It's just like a version 2 gearbox almost. Just want to give it just a little bit, see if we can get that spring to come out. Try not to lose anything that's in there. There we go. So there is all of your tension, and now we just have the clamshell left. So usually I'll take these little parts, I'll throw them on our little screw duct tape holder we got going on. Careful not to lose this guy. This little square here is how you will attach the bottom of your mag still. So what I usually do is I'll actually leave that in there, and I will take the screw wherever she went, and I will just attach it to it. Just like so. We'll put it right back in there for safekeeping. now from here we'll pop this guy off. This is like our little our spring guide, essentially, a little plastic guy. These are impossible to get off from the outside. You can only really get it from pushing on the inside, so yeah, or else we'd be able to take the spring tension out easier, but HK hates us. So from here you can actually start immediate reassembly, and we'll do it as such. So we'll put this little guy on. He has like a little peg he sits on right here, and we'll just put him on there, and we're on. So you have to hold this, and the way I like to do it, that's why we'll pre-install this here already. And so the way I like to do is we'll start the clamshells right from the bottom here, because there's like some notches and stuff like that it'll hold on to. So it'll be like that. Kind of look, line ourselves up. Now that we're here, put a little bit of pressure, and then you're pretty much just going to pull your finger out and push down at the same time. Just try not to hurt yourself. And like that, you've just captured the top again. And actually, fun fact, the only thing you really need to put back on here to hold this is your little H piece. Now, do be careful on which way you put this on. I don't know if it actually will affect it, but there is a little part that says up with an arrow, so we'll like to follow that. And we'll just snap it right back on. I've never re-glued these on or anything like that. I've never had a problem with them falling off. They just stay and do their thing. Now from there, we can start putting screws back in, and if we remember correctly, our long screw, if we can find him, right, oh, maybe not. Yep, no, that was the right one. This guy right here. If you're doing it the way that I do it, you only need, this long screw will be the only long screw going back in. The short screws will all go back in their own little homes. Alright, so once you have these screws reassembled now we can do the actual part that needs the modification, which in this case is the follower end. Now I've already taken off the magnet end. It's a 3-piece follower, like I said before. If I can get a good close-up for you there. So, we have one, this little center link, and then an end piece that's already gone here. But even if you have the end piece still on there, the way that's worked for me is that we'll cut these guys off here. And they'll fly everywhere. You just let them do what they do and clean them up later. And we'll get this other side. And then we get to do a fun bit of sanding. It doesn't have to be sanded per se, but I don't really like sharp things inside my magazines. And it gives you a little bit of a white appearance because it's plastic getting sanded. So, maybe kind of see it a little bit when you look into your mag, because you'll no longer have that follower that will pop out from the top of the mag. So here we go, there's our start. And then the part that really messes these guys up and gets them stuck, that's what I've seen on the internet, is these little corners right here. These little corners are what we're going to get rid of. It doesn't have to be perfectly circular or anything like that. We're not looking for perfection, we're just looking for it to work. So the way I've done is I grab it in half here, kind of flush with the pliers, like so, if I can get it right here. Change our grip a little bit, and we'll just drag it on some sandpaper. There you go, we'll get the edge off. Maybe I'll back these up a little bit. Get them on. And there we go, and then you just repeat for all 4 corners until you are satisfied that those original edges are gone. And then I kind of just wipe them with my hands as we go here, so it gets rid of that excess material that likes to build up. Alright, like that. It's ugly as all hell, but it feeds flawlessly and it'll stop getting stuck halfway. After that, we'll throw our sandpaper over yonder. Now, it will still have a little bit of a square appearance, and you'll need to flush it up, or to 90 degree it up, so that way it'll fit into here, right into this channel. And then we'll just feed her up. And we'll kind of pinch and pull and push as we go here. And then once we get to the end with a little bit left, we'll grab our spring guide and we'll kind of skewer it right in there, right in the center. And we'll push all the way in. And you want to make sure he's under this little tab right here. And then usually either I'll take my hoodie or something and I'll push on it. And it'll pop right in. And then let's just make sure you take the screw off before you slide it on, or else you'll feel weird about it. And we'll screw our little screw back in. And then once you start to feel it tight, I just do an extra little quarter turn. And this is a, let's see, second from the smallest. So we're looking at a 3/16 Allen key. And like that, you now have VFC AEG mag that is $35, but doesn't get stuck at the bottom. If you guys liked the video, please like. Think about subscribing. We have gameplay footage coming on the way. Shout out to the guy who will edit this. His name is Embers on everything. Should be on TikTok, YouTube, even Facebook, I think, at this point. He is new. He's up and coming. Does all of my edits. So if you like his style, or you'd even like to make your own style, please go to him and he'll get you set up.